SELAH, SELAH, SELAH moments.
Hey everyone, welcome. It's Nikki Cherie, your corporate MC, mentor, and coach. And it's a beautiful day for us to do reflections of the selahs that we have had this month. And when I tell you that I am excited about what is occurring through our sisters embracing life and healing, I am truly excited. And as you can see, I have a special guest with me today.
Hey
everyone. This is my mom, Lois. She is an amazing minister of music in her local ministry, and we have just had an amazing time together today. So I thought it would be apropos to invite my mom as I do the reflections from the selahs that have gone forth in the month of April. Hey, Judy Watson. Hey, Maeva. Hey, cuz. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. And I won't be before you long, but when I think about the selahs that have gone out in the month of April, there was an underlying thread or an underlying tone that went with them. So let me do a quick reflection back. First, I asked you an important question. I said, are you ready to die? And I know that question could have been provocative, but the key to answering that question at that point, I was talking about estate planning and making sure that as you plan your goals and as you plan your future, are you really planning for your future? God knows the plans that he has for us, and he has plans of hope and of a future and of an expected end. And so with that, we should continue to make preparations and to operate with a spirit of excellence, with diligence and consistency all the way through the thread. Don't just stop at your goal. Isn't that right, Mom?
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we are leaving something, a legacy to our children and to our children's children. And the way that we do that is through preparation. We want our family members to be able to celebrate our lives as they come to a close, because they will come to a close. And so what we do today will help prepare them for tomorrow. Next, we talked about being poised to produce. And I wanted to make sure that I provided you with practical examples of how our thinking turns into our words, which turns into our actions, and they create the frame of reference by which we live by. So Poised to Produce is my newest book release, but I wanted to continue to give you practical ways to think about how can I move from that mindset of mediocrity to a mindset of mastery. In the first example, I talked about being positioned. Position yourself to be great. I even reflected on a track meet that I went to. My son was involved in a track meet, and I saw all of the athletes and just how excited that they were. But do you know how much preparation goes on behind the scene before they actually run that race or before they actually compete in that event? And that's the same thing that happens in our lives. When you're putting your goals together, when you are aspiring to achieve a certain goal, there's a lot of preparation that has to take place. And premier athletes, they don't worry about what's happening in somebody else's lane. They worry about doing the things that would make them successful. So through that selah, I want to encourage you, remember, you have the ability and the skill that you need to accomplish everything that you want to accomplish. God has already equipped you with those things. Fear not. Don't worry about who's running in the lane to the left of you or who's running in the lane to the right of you. Run your race and prepare with diligence and consistency. And don't slack off. Don't do just enough, because that's mediocre. We have to operate with the spirit of excellence that is already on the inside of you. And that's what separates the premier athlete from the mediocre. The final Selah moment for the month of April, along the same lines of being poised to produce, I talked about taking flight in pursuit of your dreams. I was in the airport and it dawned on me that we prepare to go on a trip. We pack our bags, we put our toiletries in the bag, we have all of our clothes and everything we need to travel and to be successful. Do we do the same things with our vision and with our goals? When you get on that plane and you start that boarding activity, you're already packed with everything that you need. And God has equipped you on the inside, because the word says that greater is he that is in us than he that is in the world. You are already equipped with everything you need to take flight. Heed the word of the Lord. He already knows what you need. And trust me, on some planes, there are hundreds of passengers, and all of us have our own final destinations. The key is, 1, understand what destination you are trying to accomplish. 2, you are already equipped, and there will be a takeoff, a landing, and there could be some turbulence. But the key is preparation. Do you. You are more than enough. And so the thread that has gone through all 3 of the Selah moments for the month of April are really about being who God has called you to be, and recognize that you are prepared. Preparation works. There is a spirit of excellence that you can operate in from day to day that will help you to achieve the success that you are seeking to achieve. And so before I close on the reflections, I thought about this. I recently spent some time away, and I went to a conference, and I was asking the Lord, Father, am I on the right track? Are the words and the tools and the resources that I'm putting out, are they what you want me to do? Are they what you want me to deliver? And he reminded me of this. He told me that I am a pillar. And Mom, we've talked about this over the years.
Yes.
And being a pillar means that I uphold other people. I help bear the burden and the weight so that people can accomplish and achieve their goals. Why do you think my mom named me Victory of the People? And I had to come back to myself through that pause, through that Selah, and recognize, as a pillar, sometimes I won't be the headliner. Sometimes my name won't flash in lights, but he has drawn me to certain people. I have an assignment in this earth, and I will tell you what, if I can positively impact the life of one person, who then positively impacts the life of another, I am sure that I have accomplished my goal. And that is what success looks like. And like me, I understand who God created me to be. You have a specific purpose. Like the premier athlete, don't worry about who's running in any other lane but yours. That finish line is for you. One small step forward is progress, and small steps make big leaps. So I am excited about what is to come with our Selah moments. Sisters embracing life and healing. Don't get discouraged for running and walking in your purpose. There can be a lot of distractions along the way, but remember that God has an expected end for you. And because you know whose you are, you can walk in and be who you are. He has created you to be. And so I'm going to do an ad hoc request, because you know I got to say, Mom, will you close us out with, it ain't nobody's fault but mine. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes, people, we are looking for an answer from someone else when you are the solution. We are looking for inspiration and for someone else to stir up the gift that is within us. But God says you are already enough. You are more than enough today. He knows every challenge, every situation, and every circumstance that you are going to face. But I tell you what, if God said it, it's going to come to pass, and it's going to come to pass through you. And if it doesn't happen the way you think it should happen, it ain't nobody's fault but mine.
I got a Bible I can read. I got a Bible I can read, y'all. If I refuse to read and my soul is lost, it ain't nobody's fault but mine. I got a Savior who can save. I got a Savior who can save all. If I refuse to serve and my soul is lost, it ain't nobody's fault but mine. Celebrate yourselves today and take a time to reflect on these Selah moments. They have really blessed my soul. And adios.
Adios. And I just got a comment. Please share how to purchase your book. You can purchase my book at simplycherie.com. See you soon.
Selah, 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 moments.